Hello good partners, this is Nesh from Good Partner Tech Creatives. On today's video, I'm here to show you how to edit roles within Smart Sales POS. What this means is you can add privileges, the do's and the don'ts. You can add the do's and you can also uh, remove the do's, right? That's the simplest way I can put it. You can add permissions or remove permissions where you want, right? So let me show you how to achieve this inside Smart Sales POS. So you need to come here to user management, click user management, then under user management, you need to click roles, all right? Now, get the role that you want to edit. For this case, we can do edit for the cashier. Now, you can see all these check boxes. So if you want the cashier or the role named above to access or to be granted the permission to do so by like to view users, you need to click this particular box. You see, you can click it. By clicking it, you give the permission. By leaving it blank, it means that this person has not been granted this permission to view users. So under users, you can say view users, add user, edit user. It all depends with what you want to give this person as the permission. You can come to suppliers, say you want to give that person or that role the view all suppliers. They can add supplier. So if you leave blank, they will not be able to add or they will not be able to do the particular function or access this particular function. So you can come here, you can see under products, you can say this, you want the cashier to view the product. I want the cashier to add it. It all depends if you want the cashier to add or not to add product. If you want them to view the purchase price, the buying price, the price that you're buying the product at. If you want them to see, you can click that. If you don't want them to see, leave it blank. Then you can scroll, you can go to purchases. If you want them to add purchase, you want them to view all the purchases, you can go to adjustment. If you want them to make adjustments, you can give them the permissions. If you want them to do transfers, maybe from one location to another, you can give them the permission to do so. If you want them to delete or edit, you also give them the permission, but I don't encourage on this one. What you need to do, remove that and remove that. So this one is where you give them the permission to edit the selling price within POS screen, because sometimes some businesses don't have a fixed selling price. So you can say edit the POS, edit the product price. When you grant this permission, it means that when they are selling, they are able to change the selling price. Let's say you said the selling price is 2,000, they are able to sell even 2,500, 3,000, all the way, and even they can give a discount. All right. Then when you tick print invoice, it means that the customer, not the customer, but the sales representative under this role can print receipts. All right. When you say disable multiple pay, is where you don't want the user to access multiple pay, but I don't encourage it unless your business is one payment method business. All right. So you can disable draft if you don't want your business to have draft. You can disable express checkout. So express checkout is where on the POS page you'll find the cash button. So it means that the user can sell and automatically click cash, and the sale will be posted directly to cash. All right. Because now if you don't want the sales representative to do the cash button straight, so you can disable it so that they can click pay now, and now they have to select, was it M-Pesa, was it cash, or was it any other payment method. All right. Then you can say disable suspend sale, you can say credit sale, right? If you don't want them to sell on credit, then you click this, you activate this one. Then quotation, if you don't want them to if you don't have a payment method of card, you can disable this. Yeah, you can say view all, you can say don't give them permission of ad sale. Now the ad sale is the one that is used to do backdating, so I don't encourage this to be given to a cashier or someone else apart from the admin, so that they can post sales on a previous day or on a previous date. All right. You can give them the permission to add self payment. This means that uh, for those customers who are existing with debts, they can come and give them the money, and they can receive and as well post on the system that they have received this money. Then you can say edit product price from the sales screen. This means that the selling price is not fixed. So once ticking this, they are allowed to change the selling price when doing the sales, all right? Then you can say that you want them to, you want this role to access sales return. You want them to do a sales return. So you tick right here. You want them to access the drafts or delete the drafts, quotation the same. Register, if you want to activate register, you can. Sorry. If you want them to access the unit, you can as well give them the permission to. The units are the kgs, pieces, meters, all those. Categories are category 1, category 2, category 3. If you want them to view, access all this, you can give them permissions to that. The reports, I don't encourage a cashier, not only if you know what exactly you're doing, I don't encourage the cashier or someone else to be given the report to, the access to the reports, all right? So, not unless you know what you're doing, all right? The settings, you can give the permissions to the setting to this role. You can give the sales representative the access to put expenses, their own expenses to the system, or even view their expenses. About home data is about those graph, the sales graph, of which I don't encourage you, if you're not the business admin or your accountant, to be given this. Any other person apart from the accountant or the admin or someone who is in charge of the accounting, like the financial statements, to be given this view home data. All right. Then if you want the user to, not the user, but the role to access the selling price group, you can say, I want the cashier to only get to sell at retail prices or to sell at wholesale prices. You can select from here, and upon clicking update, whatever you have um, whatever you have edited or changed will take immediate change. All right. So any user with this particular role, automatically they get the new privileges, or if they were having existing privileges and you've taken away from them, then the privileges will automatically be removed from the account. All right. So if you need to add a new role, you need to come here and click this particular add button. Then you give it a name. Then you select the you select the roles that you want to, the roles that the privileges or the permissions that you want to give this particular role. Then upon finishing, click update down here. Then update or save. Then you need to come up here, go to users, then assign a user or even create a user under that role, under that new role that you have created. And by doing so, you have known how to add or edit roles inside Smart Sales POS. All right. I hope you find this video helpful. If you run into trouble, you can always call the number 0704 893 242 to get help. See you on the next one.